Joseph Okhako is the CEO of the Ethics Institute of East Africa. I really hope that I did not butcher your name. Okhako.
You tried.
I tried. So at least give me that. Yes. Joseph, karibu sana and welcome to Kenya's Biggest Conversation.
Thank you.
You're in the hot seat.
Yes, I feel it.
With a hot topic.
Yes.
And there are very many issues that we're talking about around that. The pain of corruption in Kenya, and really unfurling what that pain is and what we feel. And really, when we talk about corruption, what exactly are we talking about? So we're getting into all of that. So thank you for being here this morning, as we do.
Thank you.
And your organization tasked with, looking at some of these things, for sure. But let's welcome you properly. At least something before we get to the pain. Right? Mm-hmm. Before the pain is the proverb, and it's from DR Congo City.
Yes, this is our final proverb from the country of DR Congo. The eye always envies what is forbidden.
Joseph?
The eye always envies what is
forbidden. What do you make of that?
You will always go for that which has been which you have been told not to. All right, it's just like what is in the Bible. The Bible indicates that when God created man and even put them in the Garden of Eden, He said, "Don't touch this tree." But then what happened is that whatever He told them not to touch is what actually
He touched.
They touched.
Yeah, and here we are. Here we are with all of this drama because they were told not to touch.
Now we are in this situation because we are told not to touch. That's the situation we are in.
It is indeed. Oh, good observation. So, here we are. In all this drama that we talk about, corruption here, impunity there, theft here, every tax, underdevelopment, it just becomes a little bit heavy here and there. But let's start with, the Ethics Institute of East Africa. There's an Ethics Institute. What is it that this institute does?
First of all, my name is Joseph Patterson Okhako. I'm the CEO, I'm the founding and the chair of Ethics Institute of East Africa. And the institute basically is formed with a main goal of institutionalizing ethics within the East African region. It goes beyond the integrity that we are always fond of. It goes beyond the Public Officers Ethics Act that we are all fond of. It goes beyond the Economic and the Crimes Act that we are all fond of. Matters of ethics, matters of consciousness, right, is what we are talking about here. If you look at what is happening currently, we have all the legislation, and including the Constitution of Kenya, is very much indicative of what exactly we need to do in terms of eradicating corruption. All that we have done is not making headway, all right? Because we have institutionalized corruption to the level where it is part of us. And so for us to get out of this, I thought that probably the base is now to touch on the mind, touch on the conscience of the person, so that we can be able to now talk one-on-one and see how we can be able to reach somewhere. That is the whole idea behind Ethics Institute of East Africa. And so we discuss a lot of it. We train people on matters ethics. Ethics at the workplace, for example, ethics in human resource management. All right, we all know that we have the relevant legislations guiding recruitment and the promotions in this country. But then with the aspect of nepotism, tribalism, recruiting people that are not, that do not conform to the requirements of the organization is all behind Ethics Institute of East Africa to be able to ensure that those who are recruited actually are ethical in terms of their attitude and performance.
Okay.
That is Ethics East Africa.
Now, based on that, what is corruption?
Now, corruption as defined within the relevant legislations or statutes is abuse of office. It starts with the abuse of office. You are put in office and you abuse your office. You make use of embezzlement of money, and all those things revolve around corruption. And it goes into what can I add there? Embezzlement, fraud, dishonesty, unfairness, nepotism, abuse of public trust, and so on and so forth. That is corruption.
All that is corruption.
All that is corruption.
Okay.
The effect of it is corruption. Yes, what comes out of that, dishonesty, disloyal, and faithfulness to your employer and so on and so forth, is all about corruption.
It's all corruption.
Yes.
Because usually we chalk it up to, all right, if somebody took money from the office, or if somebody then uses public funds for their own benefit,
exactly.
we just say that is corruption. But
Yes,
you've named a number of other things
Yeah.
that would then end up in the basket of corruption.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
If you are a CEO of a state corporation, for example, and you allow a tender process to go the way that it's not supposed to go, that's also corruption. Exactly, yes.
Okay. Why is it such a problem in so many of our countries today?
Now, I will basically talk about our history, and it's about culture that we have that we allowed this culture to take root into our system. It starts from, I will basically talk about Kenya, for example. After independence, what happened is that we came up with this concept of Harambee, all right, which was a very good concept, pulling together resources, pulling together our energies so that we can be able to maybe build a bridge or build an office and so on and so forth. But then it was abused. It was abused and it got entrenched into our culture as if it is part of what we should be doing. The chiefs could come to your home when the president or a senior government official is coming to do a fundraising and he has been given a target of 10,000 shillings those days. A chief will come to your home and he wants you to donate something to also participate in the fundraising. Maybe give 200 shillings or 300 shillings. And you don't have the money because maybe your background is very low. But then the chief goes for the chicken. He takes your chicken, goes to sell. He sells a lot of money, accounts for the other money during the fundraising, and the other money he puts in the pockets. And you being a villager, you will not complain because you are fearing you will be harassed. And so it became a norm that this is just a common thing that the chiefs do or the village headmen